The Russia-Ukraine war, which escalated dramatically in February 2022, has deep historical, political, and territorial roots. To understand it fully, we must look back at the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991. Ukraine, once part of the Soviet Union, became an independent nation. Since then, it has struggled to balance its identity between ties to Russia and aspirations to align more closely with the West, particularly the European Union, EU, and NATO. One of the key reasons behind the war is Russia's desire to maintain influence over former Soviet states, especially Ukraine, which is geographically and strategically significant. Russian President Vladimir Putin has long viewed Ukraine's growing ties with the West as a direct threat to Russia's regional dominance and security. When Ukraine moved closer to the EU and NATO, Russia responded aggressively. The conflict began to heat up in 2014 when Russia annexed Crimea, a Ukrainian peninsula with a Russian-speaking majority. This move followed the ousting of Ukraine's pro-Russian president, Viktor Yanukovych, during a wave of pro-European protests. Following the annexation, Russian-backed separatists began fighting Ukrainian forces in the eastern regions of Donetsk and Luhansk, triggering a low-level war that simmered for years. Then, on February 24, 2022, Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, aiming to overthrow the Ukrainian government and prevent it from joining Western alliances. However, the invasion met fierce resistance from Ukrainian forces and sparked international outrage. The United States, European Union, and many other nations imposed severe economic sanctions on Russia and supplied Ukraine with military aid. As for when the war will end, it's still uncertain. Diplomatic efforts have been made, but no lasting peace deal has been reached. Several factors, such as the political will of both nations, foreign involvement, and battlefield conditions, will determine the outcome. Some experts believe the war could drag on for years as a prolonged conflict, unless a major political shift occurs in either country. In conclusion, the Russia-Ukraine war is rooted in complex historical and geopolitical issues, especially Russia's efforts to prevent Ukraine from joining Western institutions. It officially escalated in 2022, but had been building since 2014. While many hope for peace, the path to ending this war remains unclear.